Microsoft CEO talks Xbox Series X versus PlayStation 5. You might not be able to currently get your hands on a PlayStation 5 console, but don't worry because Sony is already working on a PlayStation 5 Pro version, rumored to have 2 GPUs, and Xbox adds a bunch of new games to Xbox Game Pass. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So there is a bunch of stuff to go through today, so let's just jump into it. Up first, the CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, had a conference call with shareholders where a bunch of questions about Xbox Series X versus PlayStation came up. Now, I always like it when the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, or the CEO of Microsoft talks about these type of things because it gives us a great insight into their thinking and what direction they are leaning in when it comes to the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. So one of the stakeholders asked Nadella what is being done to set Xbox apart from the PlayStation 5 to win the console war, and then also provide an overview of the gaming strategy, and this is what Nadella had to say. Sure, first thing, we are very excited about the new console launches into the market. We always have sort of focus on ensuring that our gamer community that counts on us to produce the best consoles has the new generation of consoles which are powerful and really great for gameplay, and we are supporting it with the best content, with the best community. But the broader vision we have is to ensure that the 3 billion gamers out there are able to play their games anywhere they want, with all of the content they want, with whom they want to, and that is really what we are building our strategy around. You've seen us double our content portfolio with the ZeniMax acquisition. You see us take advantage of our community efforts and our subscription offering with Game Pass, and that is what you can expect from us. We are absolutely very much focused on gaming and ensuring that all the 3 billion gamers around the world get the best content, the best community, and the best cloud services to power their gaming experiences going forward. Now obviously I think all of us expected that answer. If you have been listening to Phil Spencer, he has made it clear that they are focusing on the ecosystem as a whole. A lot of what they want to do centers around Game Pass. They are investing a lot in the servers, and at the moment it is paying off for them. I also think that things will get a lot more interesting in this space because we do know that Sony is working on their own version. Sony first said that this type of model from Xbox was not sustainable, but it looks like they are now pivoting a bit, which is good to see. More competition is obviously great. But now that we are on the topic of Sony, let's move on to the second bit of interesting news, and that is the fact that Sony might already be working on a new console, the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now obviously we know that this console was coming, but it looks like this console might arrive sooner rather than later. Now this news was actually discovered because Sony filed for a patent, and that patent was found this year. So this is how the patent from Sony reads: in the multi-GPU simulation environment, frame buffer management may be implemented by the multiple GPU rendering respective frames of video, or the rendering respective portions of each frame of video. One of the GPU controls HDMI frame output by virtue of receiving frame information from other GPUs and reading out complete frames through a physically connected HDMI output port, or the outputs of GPUs can be multiplexed together. It is obviously that last part that has a lot of people buzzing. As pointed out by BSU, delving deeper you can find that the patent says that they would be a scalpable game console where the second GPU communicatively coupled with the first GPU, and that system will then be used for home console and for cloud gaming usage. So it does look like Sony is not messing around here, and it also looks like they are building an absolute monster of a console. And I think however we will not see this console until the end of 2022 or maybe even the beginning of 2023, but you never know. Rumors about this console have been popping up for quite some time now, and Sony might just want to grab that most powerful console crown sooner rather than later. I obviously expect Xbox to be working on something similar as well. But then up next, games. Microsoft is adding a bunch of games to Game Pass that I just quickly want to go over. Up first is Control. Now this is a game that I've not played before, but I will definitely be checking it out on Game Pass. It will be available on console and on Android, and the best part, it is already out. For those of you who do not know anything about the story of the game, after a sequel secretive agency in New York is evaded by an otherworldly threat, you become the director struggling to regain control. This third-person action-adventure game will challenge you to master a combination of supernatural abilities that will keep you on the edge of your seat. And then up next, a game that I'm probably the most excited for, and that will be Doom Eternal, the PC version. Now I'm going to say something that a lot of people will probably not like, but this game is just not the same on console. I played the first one on PC and I tried to play the second one on console and I just could not get through to it. This is obviously just my opinion, but this game is just the best on PC and I cannot wait to start playing it. So those are the two games that I'm probably the most excited for, but I will read out some of the other games and what they are all about in terms of story as well, just in case you guys are interested. So up first we have Haven. This game will be on console and on PC and it is already out. You play as two lovers who gave up everything and escaped to a lost planet to be together, glide through the mysterious landscape, explore the fragmented world and fight against what is trying to tear you apart in this RPG adventure about love, rebellion and freedom. Up next is Rage 2. This game will be on Android and it is already out. Dive headfirst into this dystopian world devoid of society, law and order. Rage 2 brings together two studio powerhouses, Avalanche Studios, master of open world intensity, and ID Software, creators of first-person shooter, to deliver a carnival of carnage where you can go anywhere, shoot anything, and explode everything. Slime Rancher will be on Android and on console and the game is already out. Slime Ranch is a tale of Beatrix, a plunky young rancher who sets out for a life through 1,000 light years away from Earth on a far ranch where she tries her hands at making a living with slime, attempts to stake a claim, amass a fortune, and avoid the continental peril that looms from the rolling, jiggling avalanches of slime around every corner. Yes, Your Grace will be on Android, on console, and on PC, and the game is already out. This kingdom management RPG where you arrive in a throne room with each one asking you your advice and your assistance, decide whether you want to help them with their problems or converse resources for more important matters. Remember, supplies are limited and not everyone has the kingdom's best interest at heart. Dragon Quest Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition will be on console and on PC and that game is available today. Follow the journey of a luminary who must uncover the mystery of his fate with the aid of a charismatic cast of supporting characters. This definitive edition includes the content from the acclaimed Dragon Quest XI and adds extra scenarios, a grand version of music, and the ability to switch between 2D and 3D graphic modes, a Japanese audio option, and much more. Call of the Sea will be on Android, on console, and on PC, and that game will be available on the 8th of December. Dive deep into the otherworldly tale of mystery and love set in the 1950s South Pacific. Play as Nora, an enigmatic woman on the trail of her missing husband's expedition. Searches take place in the strange but beautiful island of South Pacific, filled with secrets awaiting to be unearthed. Call of the Sea is a story-led game with puzzles where every clue leads you deeper and leaves you questioning everything. Monster Sanctuary will also be on Android and on console, and the game will be available on the 8th of December. On your quest to become the ultimate monster keeper, you will unravel the causes of the mystery that threatens the peace between humans and monsters. With over 100 monsters to encounter and dangerous lands ahead, you will need to build a powerful team if you want to save the Monster Sanctuary. Starbound will be on PC on the 8th of December. In Starbound, you can create your own story in this space sandbox adventure. You may choose to save the universe from the forces that destroyed your home, uncover greater galactic mysteries in the process, or you may wish to forego your heroic journey entirely in favor of colonizing uncharted planets. Farm, collect, craft and build. The possibilities are limitless. On To The End will be on console and on PC on the 9th of December. On To The End is a challenging combat adventure game in the style of a cinematic platformer. The story is simple: get home to your family, master read react combat in intense sword fights, spot opportunities and trade use items. The adventure told through your actions. How will you make it home? Gang Beast will be on Android and on console, and this game will be available on the 10th of December. Gang Beast is a silly friendly multiplayer party game with brutal slapstick fight sequences and absurd horrendous environments set in the mean streets of Beef City. Customize your character and fight enemies in this melee game mode, or fight with your friends in gangs of Beef City in this gang game mode. Greedfall will be on Android and on PC and on console on the 10th of December. Engage in this core role-playing experience with Greedfall and forge the destiny of the new world, seeping with magic and filled with riches, lost secrets and fantastic creatures. With diplomacy, deception and force, become part of the living, evolving world, influence its course and shape your story. Super Hot Mind Control Delete will be on Android and on console on the 10th of December. Time moves only when you move. This long awaited third game into the groundbreaking Super Hot franchise. Mind Control Delete gives you more insight into the signature power fantasy world of Super Hot, with more story, more signature gameplay, more action and more guns. Keep dancing the slow motion ballad of destruction for so much longer than ever before. And that pretty much sums up everything taken directly from Xbox Wire. Links will be down in the description, and if you do not already have Game Pass, you might want to consider getting it. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.